Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien. Get ready, because you about to be an ATLien.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. I'm here. What's up? You don't have to start over, girl. Turn that song off. What is going on? I couldn't get my TV on in the bed. I could not get the TV on in the bed. Hold on. Just turn it off. Hey, what's up, squad? How y'all doing? Happy Monday after the Super Bowl. Everybody survived. Did nobody get too tipsy? Everybody's team did what they were supposed to do. I don't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl, child. I don't even know who. Let me turn this off. I don't even know who was playing in the Super Bowl. Is that on or is that off? That's off. Turn it off. I don't need you in my ear, lady. Shout out to my new member, Simply Maine. Hi, friend. Welcome to the squad, Simply Maine. Listen, I have been doing a lot while I have been off air. Okay, I don't know. Some of y'all may have seen the stuff that's been popping up, child. Some of y'all didn't. There they go. I knew somebody was in here. What was you and Tasha K doing, child? Child, just minding our business. Just minding our black-owned business, okay? Being rich in Atlanta. You know, I was being rich and single. She was being rich and married, child. She was doing her thing. I was doing my thing. And we got together and did some things, okay? You said mic check. Can y'all not hear me? Let me see. Hold on. Mic check, mic check, mic check. What it sound like? What it sound like? What the mic sound like? Let me know, squad. Where's the mods in here? Y'all can't hear me. Do I sound weird or something? You know, I be pressing buttons by mistake, and sometimes I sound like a robot. I sound okay. Okay. A hope said I sound okay. Okay. Everybody said I'm loud and clear. All right. Okay. You said we your two favorite bloggers. Let me go pull this up, child. Because I know my squad was like, child, Kandi had caught a stray. And I'm like, what had happened? Because I had drank about a bottle of wine by the time Tasha K pulled that phone out. And I'm like, Lord, she told me, I thought we was, Liz got me signing all these waivers and shit. I thought I wasn't supposed to say nothing. Then she went and go live. So I'm like, well, she can go live. I ain't gonna go live because she ain't gonna sue me and get all my money. She ain't gonna, Tasha K ain't gonna sue me, get all my money after I signed the waiver. Hold on. Here is what Tasha K told y'all, because I ain't told y'all nothing. I haven't told y'all nothing. Shout out to Tasha K. Oh, okay, got 23,000 views. Okay. Shout out. Look. This is what we had said. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for fair use. Okay. Shout out to All Opinions, honey. Said, come on, Purple. Shout out to listen. I'm gonna give me some braids soon. I'm tired of these
notifications.
Yes.
It's been
Tasha was over here promoting her party, honey. It's her birthday. Okay. And she was promoting her party. So I thought she was just promoting her party. I didn't even know she was live.
But if you don't already have it shared, it takes them a day or two just to notify people.
I noticed that. I don't know what it is.
Man.
And what day was this? Because I feel like I done lost about 4 days. I drank too much.
Man. But listen, I gotta wait here for a minute for them to start coming in here. I'm on YouTube. I have to chill. I gotta piss them off a little bit, child. I gotta do that.
You said I sound a little muffled. Let me see. Hold on. Hello. Let me see what if my mic is right. Hold on. It say I'm on the right mic. I should sound fine. Okay, but we're gonna keep going.
We're gonna go. I ain't gonna say the restaurant, but we're gonna go have some salmon, some Mediterranean. You wanna go?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll drive. We got. Okay, cool. It's safe. Oh, they in here. Look. Hey, look, they in here. Happy too. Look.
If she invited me, I was too tipsy to hear it because I don't even know that she invited me.
They all like with the eye emoji. Can y'all hear me? Huh? No, that's not who it is. They like, who is it?
It's only like 5 minutes, so be patient.
Thank you so much. I missed you guys. How you doing? Y'all better be buying up them birthday brunch bash tickets, okay? We in Washington, D.C. at 865 Steak Seafood and Cigars, March 14th from 12 to 6 p.m. It is all-inclusive, unlimited seafood, crab legs, bottomless.
I don't know why the people in here trying to play with me act like they can't hear me.
Mimosas, pancakes, waffles, fried chicken, turkey sausage, pork sausage, everything. R&B DJ, we're going to be singing our songs.
Damn, they're going to have all that food. I might have to go.
It's my birthday. And don't y'all want to celebrate y'all birthday? My birthday, my birthday with me. Don't you want to celebrate? Yes.
I like to eat.
So listen, tickets on sale, TashaKOnStage.com. It's a limited amount of seats because it's a restaurant. So once they sell out, okay? But y'all can go. If you get a zip card, you can go. You can do it in 8 payments. It's a $200 ticket. It's all inclusive. So
now we went to eat. How we went to a restaurant? Who told you?
But they get to eat as much as they want from 12 to 6. Crab legs, steamed mussels, shrimp, fried chicken, turkey legs, jerk chicken, pancakes.
Yes, pink hearts in the chat for Mama Brown, child. Listen, this is my second time watching this. I think the first time I was tipsy.
All this shit. It's an all-inclusive bunch. It's a black-owned spot in D.C., and they have a cigar lounge for the men in case you bring them in, and we're going to rock it out. So, $200 is not bad for 12 to 6, and you eat as much as you want and drink alcohol as much as you want. So, it's in Washington, D.C. They tell me, okay, but who's there? TashaKOnStage.com. Get a zip card.
I was tipsy. I ain't gonna lie. I think I drank the whole bottle of wine. Tasha might not have drank none. She might have just been playing like she was tipping. I was drinking.
You could pay the zip card off. It's like buy here at 8 payments. And you can come party. 8 payments. That's 8 months.
And why are y'all so miserable? So y'all are so miserable. People like, y'all gonna fall out. Ain't nobody falling out. Ain't nobody even did nothing. Dang, y'all don't even know what we had talked about.
What is that? $200 divided by 8. What is that? I can't add that fast. It's the wine.
200 divided by 8?
Yes. I'm gonna tell them who's here in a minute. They all like, who?
Why people talk about they can't hear? Turn your volume up. Tell the people to type. Now she said, never mind. Now you got me feeling like it's my thing and it's your phone. See how y'all do me?
Yes. So guess who's here, y'all? My queen, my mentor. Straight from the motherfucking A.
Oh my God. Who is that? Who is that? I don't know who that is right there, girl. Her face was beat.
Y'all listen, she's so pretty.
Y'all know I don't wear makeup. My eyes was watering. The damn lashes was getting on my nerves.
I have no idea. She's so pretty. They be trying to say she is not fat. Her skin is beautiful. She got money. She smell good. Her teeth are clean.
I smell good.
Boo. Them crackheads be lying on her. They said the woke
Not the crackheads was lying.
is in the building. Look. Boy, listen, this wine almost gone.
Look, see, that's the shade right there. The wine almost gone because I drank it.
I sure did.
Tasha has got me drunk. I am so tipsy.
And did.
Hey, y'all.
When I tell you she spilled so much wine, y'all. She spilled so much wine. Even wine on herself. Oh my God. Michelle, I didn't know you was.
She was asking me all these questions. I don't even know what y'all know I'm an open book. Whatever she asked me, y'all might already know, but y'all ain't heard it in a while.
I see. I didn't know you was dating celebrities.
Oh my God.
Listen.
I am so single. Anybody got anybody y'all want to hook me up with? Call 1-800-HOOK-UP ATLien, okay?
Gotcha. But he gotta have some money. He gotta have some money. Listen. They said Michelle is in the wine cellar. Absolutely. So listen, Michelle, what can they expect from this interview?
Oh my God. Tasha got everything. Oh, you asked me so many questions.
You right. Next time I gotta pretend to drink. And I hadn't had nothing to eat all day, and I'm just drinking wine. So I was telling all the business.
We've read so many people. It's just been fun.
Yeah.
We've been talking about 3 hours. I don't even know what's gonna make the cut, child.
Everything.
Ooh.
We don't cut. No, we don't cut.
You don't cut?
The only time
Oh Lord, if they don't cut nothing out, there ain't no telling what we talked about, Lord, because the cameras was everywhere. Cameras on the front, cameras in the back, cameras on the side, cameras on the ceiling. Oh Lord, what they gonna do?
we cut was when Charleston White came on talking about the Jews, but we put it on TashaKLive.com. But we just cut it off YouTube so that the Jews wouldn't delete my channel.
Child,
I did not date no big boy. My name is not Claudia Jordan. I do not date married men. He was married all the time. I knew him. Shout out to Shalita.
went all the way back, came back to the new millennium, and then past that, child. We done talked about some of everybody. Everybody got a shout out in this one. With all the bloggers.
All of them. All of them gonna have content.
I named everybody. Child. I can't wait to see what I said.
Every last one of them, child. We done drag everybody who don't like me, who love me, who don't like her.
Exactly.
We done drag it, child.
People that did the
Nobody was off limits.
The same people that done sued us.
The same, yep. We done got sued by some of the same people, child. We done dragged some celebrities.
Oh, that's tea.
We done spilled some tea, some legal documents.
That part.
Child.
We got a lot. We unwinding. They say Michelle looks good and do. I wish the fuck they would come out and say beautiful, gorgeous. Seriously. And she's so sweet. I don't even understand how people could not like you are so sweet.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, seriously, you are. That's why we better go have dinner together. So listen.
Yes, let's go eat.
Yes,
yeah,
so
we
listen,
need to go eat.
y'all stay tuned. The Winos X the ATLiens in the motherfucking building. They told me it's been a long time coming. Yes, it has.
Oh, I was so
scared.
Oh, I was so scared.
Don't know why. Why
Oh, I was so scared. I thought Tasha was gonna beat me up when I got here.
Me? Y'all.
I thought it was gonna be like an air, but I thought Tasha was gonna be like, oh,
No.
good to see you. I'm like, that's why I wear my jogging suit so I can run.
They said your suit is real cute. They say it's very cute. It's very
Thank
cute.
you.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
But she got money, y'all. So listen. If you a man trying to live Todd's soft life,
my money is my money. His money is my money. I don't do that. My name is not Kandi Burruss.
ooh, not at all, not at all, not at all. Okay, so listen.
I am not a sugar mama.
Stay tuned. It's coming. We got a lot coming. But this year, y'all, this was my dream interview. You have no idea. Because
That
like
was so sweet.
this is how I got into blogging, following her. That's her. So like she's here. So y'all better pipe down and share. Okay, sharing is caring. And make sure you get the motherfucking tickets to my birthday bash, my R&B brunch in Washington D.C. March 14th. It's on a Saturday from 12 to 6. All you can eat, all you can drink, crab legs, cigar lounge for the men.
Okay.
They on sale right now. Tasha K on stage. KOnstage.com. Now I gotta go. Tell me you gotta go.
Bye.
Bye, honey. Whew, I don't know when it's gonna air. Listen, this is not my interview. This her interview. I don't know. The winos know more than me. Y'all know how Tasha roll out interviews. Tasha probably got 50, 11 interviews in front of me, so I don't know. All I know is that she told y'all we did it, okay? And I ain't say it. She said it. I was gonna keep the secret. But yeah, I appreciated the invite. I really do. I was a little terrified in the beginning. I talked on Patreon about, my reservations and what I decided and why I decided to do what I did, and it is what it is. And so, if you want to know the inside scoop, go over to my Patreon. But other than that, I don't have no ill will towards Tasha. Tasha apologized to me a long time ago, and we've been pretty cool ever since. We've been chit-chatting every now and then. It is what it is, doing what bloggers do in the DMs or whatever. But other than that, she's been on my platform before. She came over here. When was that? When she came on the channel? Oh, when Junkie was talking about he was looking for me outside, then he said he was gonna slap her when he saw her. Y'all remember that? Junkies be forgetting. So yeah, she came on my channel then. So I have no ill will towards anyone. So it is what it is. And I think that, it was a good thing. And one thing that I did say in my community tab, if you read it, that, despite what y'all may think, people be trying to say I'm a pick me, colorist Claudia be out saying all this random shit. At the end of the day, I'm always about Black women because I am a Black woman. And anybody in this space, like I be like cheering them on from the sidelines. You may not know how I feel about certain people, but at the end of the day, I want all Black women to win. So, it is what it is. So, just like the gays be hanging together, okay, just like y'all, the trans be like tight like Nat Booty, I feel like Black women should be tight like that. So, we'll see what happens. I don't know what the future holds at the end of the day, but I'm open to whatever it is. You said Tasha K will forever be shaded. That's okay. I'm shady too. We all shade each other. Okay. But at the end of the day, support is support. And it don't matter what it looks like. It is what it is. Yeah, okay. And shout out to Sandra Rose and all the other Black bloggers out here doing the dang thing. Okay. Moving on. Like this video, please. And thank you. Like this video. We got a lot to talk about. Okay. We got a lot to talk about. I had been off for a couple of days because y'all know I don't drink. And when I drank that wine, I was down for the count at least 24 to 48 hours. Okay. I popped up and then got out and did some errands and went on Patreon and talked to them a little while. And so I was gonna come yesterday, but I was still kind of a little sluggish. Okay. But then I, went and watched the Super Bowl and stuff, and it is what it is. Now I'm here. But we have the Kandi and Todd's divorce drama is still chugging along. Child Todd didn't filed a response. I've had it for a minute. I haven't had the opportunity to read it. One of my one of my Patreon members actually said that some other bloggers have been reading it, but that's okay. Everybody can read it. It's public record. So we gonna read it and see what Todd had to say. Also, Kenya Moore's court order has been released. That came out while I was on my little hiatus, but it's nothing that we didn't already know, because I told y'all I was in the Zoom. I heard what the judge said. The only thing that the judge had to do next was put it in writing. So Team Twirl is in writing, so I will show you the actual order. Okay. You said leave Kenya alone. Why I gotta leave Kenya alone? What? Why I gotta what? I can't talk about Kenya no more. Since when did that happen? Did y'all leave Nene alone when she left the Housewives? We've been talking about Nene every day, even after she closed that damn MacBook. So don't be acting like we can't talk about Kenya because she ain't on the show no more. We talk about everybody. Hell, Kandi ain't on the show no more. We talk about Kandi. Hell, Phaedra wasn't on the show no more. We was talking about Phaedra. We talk about everybody. Hell, Colorist Claudia ain't been on the show in 10 years. We still talk about Colorist Claudia. I talk about everything Real Housewives and Real Housewives adjacent. And if you don't know that by now, you must be very new here. Okay. Also, I had inserted some other stuff about colorism. Okay. One of the things was JT. Okay, JT actually talked about colorism, and then the Brat actually talked about colorism. So I got them on the agenda. Oh, and then I got Joseline talking about Mona Scott Young. I don't know why I had put that on here, but it's on here. So I don't know where I'm gonna start first. You know who? Let me see. Hold on. T.I. Let me talk about T.I. because I ain't even mention him. T.I. and Tiny, you know, they've been doing their thing. You know, Tiny had won that big judgment. Okay, they over there rolling in dough, allegedly. I think they cashed the check. I'm not sure. But you know, T.I., you know, he had ventured out of rap and into comedy for a little while. And now, you know, T.I. done cut his braids or his dreads, and he is back on the scene. He looking like 2000 tip. What is it? 1999, 2000. What year was it? Y'all let me know. 2017 when he was on Family Hustle. He looking like Clifford again. Okay. So T.I. is back with a new song, but he's saying it's his last, honey. Now everybody in Atlanta, everybody on the TikTok, everybody on the Instagram is playing that damn song, which the beat was produced by Pharrell. Okay, and it is amazing. Okay, it just takes you back to the club, to them days at 112 when we was out, when we was getting ready to go, when we was walking out the door at 10:30 trying to get to the club before midnight. It is amazing. Now, here is a little clip. Shout out to Nichelle Turner. She interviewed T.I. and Tiny at the Grammys, and T.I. basically said, you know, I'm back, but don't expect me to be back for long, okay? Because I'm ready to sit down, okay? T.I. is still young, but he say he got an old spirit, and we know that because of his vocabulary. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer in Section 107 of the Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting. I'm sorry, this is really annoying me. Hold on just a minute. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute, because there's some noise upstairs and it is driving me crazy. I gotta turn it off. For some reason, my TV started making noise. There it is. Let me turn it. Okay, I just turned it off. Okay, so here it is right here. Copyright disclaimer, Section 107. The Copyright Act. Allowance is made for what? Fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. What are we doing, ladies and gentlemen? We are researching. So Nichelle Turner interviewed T.I. and Tiny. You see them? They was all dressed appropriately. They are matching and color coordinated. And here is what T.I. had to say about his upcoming album.
I guess so, yeah.
You know, this never gets old for you, right? The pageantry of this, the nomination being the accolades of it.
I mean, to be honest with you, to be considered and acknowledged by your peers and the ultimate professionals in the industry that you grew up longing to be a part of, you know what I'm saying? It's always going to be a blessing.
Both of you all have had staying power for decades.
You got Tiny, you know, Tiny still touring with Escape. Are they still touring? The three ladies of Escape, since Tiny got that check, Tiny said she ain't doing that no more. So it's Kandi and Tamika still running around town singing songs. Y'all let me know.
In this business, what is the secret? Is it reinvention? What's the secret to it?
Baby, what's the secret?
I think just keep, being your authentic self and doing what you do.
Yeah. Well, you also made timeless music that never, ever, ever gets old, both of you.
Look, y'all was talking about T.I. was bald. It looked like T.I. ain't got no bald spot on top of his head. Y'all said his dreads had made him bald. Remember that?
Well, mostly her.
You got new music out though, right?
Yeah, man. It's a blessing, man. Let them know. Produced by Pharrell and my first single off my final album.
Wait, final?
Yeah.
You gonna be done?
I will be done.
Are you breaking news right here, right now?
Nah. They should know it. They should already.
Tip said I said it once. I'm saying it again. So y'all should know this the last. Just like Kenya's grand reopening. This is the last. The last one was the last, but this is really the last.
I didn't know it.
No, but okay, but why?
I mean, man, it's time. God gives us.
You want to do the comedy more, or?
I mean, I think I have many gifts that God has given me, man, that I could spend more time and attention on, and spend more time at home with my family, my grandchildren.
T.I. said, we got to check. I don't have to work if I don't want to. That's what he said.
Yeah, I mean,
listen to that.
There's plenty of stuff to do.
Do you believe him that this is it? He's going to be done?
He's been saying it for a while now, so yeah, I'm going to say yeah.
Okay. Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
This is T.I.'s final album. Do you see all the sad faces?
Oh, man, you know.
Y'all sad. This is sad. The last album. We ain't heard from him in 10 years anyway. We just happy to hear a song every now and then.
But there's a whole collection of others. Go listen to them. And some new guys out there, man, that need your support.
Yeah. Who are you, this is for both of you all, who besides your music are you listening to right now that you cannot get enough of, that you love and is on repeat?
To me?
I mean, for me, it's Kalani and Summer Walker. Who else, man? Who else?
Oh, I mean, hey, we love Leon Thomas. We love Brent Fires. We love...
They love everybody. Go watch the interview. I ain't gonna play the Lady Ho interview. Go over there to E.T. Nichelle Turner over there, interviewed T.I. at the Grammys. He said this album will be his last. Now, I don't know why, but I suspect that, you know, they got grandkids now. They chilling with, you know, the kids are pretty much grown. They listen, they don't have to work if they don't want to. What's wrong with living a soft life? What is wrong with living a soft life? That's what I tell y'all all the time. I don't like working. I don't want to work. I don't want to work, but I do often come to work. Anyway, like this video, please. Thank you. Like this video. Next up on this agenda, Joseline Hernandez. You know, I'm starting at the bottom, going up. You know, people I don't never talk about, and then, you know, going up on the list. But Joseline Hernandez recently shared a little tea about Mona Scott Young. And if you are in my Patreon, I done shared this tea as well about Mona, about Carlos, and, you know, about a whole lot of things. So it's really interesting to hear somebody who was actually there alongside Mona Scott Young on Love and Hip Hop kind of accuse her of some things. Now, let me see. Let me pull it up. Here she is. It is on the Neighborhood Talk, honey. The Neighborhood Talk said, oop, y'all know Joseline isn't going to hold nothing back and will always speak her mind. So Joseline Hernandez weighs in on working with Mona Scott Young, claims she took advantage of her storyline on Love and Hip Hop. Y'all remember the storyline? Stevie J was pretty much pimping out Joseline, and she was like, please, Stevie, please, I don't want to go back to the strip club, Stevie, no. And then after that, you know, it was revealed that Joseline was like really addicted to the white powder, you know, like the junkie. And so it was interesting because there had been like rumors going around that the set of Love and Hip Hop was filled with drugs and alcohol. Okay, just a lot. So Joseline posted this and said, I don't know what I feel, but I do know that a lot of harm was done to me in those Love and Hip Hop days. I also know that they used me and abused me, and then they thought they could throw me away like I was nothing. Joke is on you. I'm thriving and I'm telling my story. Why? Because I can, and because people need to know the evil ways of this industry. To anyone I mentioned, I can't read that because it's way down there. It said, you know where to find me. Lauderdale Hope. That's what she said. So hold on. We're going to listen to what she said. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer, section 107. Hold on.
a special woman to say the least, and not in a good way. I feel like she take advantage, especially back in 2012. She really took advantage of my story with Stevie. And it was so many times that I called Mona to be like, Mona, please tell Stevie to stop with me. Tell him to
Tell Stevie to stop. Stevie, I don't want to go back to the strip club, Stevie.
stop harassing me. He's coming over to my house at 3, 4 in the morning. He's bringing in. He's knocking on my door. He's terrorizing me. And y'all know this, but y'all still hired this man for work. And that's just the type of woman she was. And I think that's the type of woman that she's always going to be. There's no in between with her. She doesn't know how to be best or be good to anyone. And she's with she's with but
Oh, not Mona's with the shits now.
I'm with too. And I'm not scared of Mona, and I don't get the bitch. But
Ooh.
I just knew it was a lot of things that were done under her watch, under her time, on her set, that should have been stopped.
Oh, so it's on WAYH TV, whatever that is. All these streaming networks is popping up. I cannot keep track. Well, you know, the tea is always spilled in the comment section. So over here in the comment section, the people was reading Joseline down. They was saying, child, the same way you doing the girls over there at the cabaret. Is that what you saying that Mona did to you? You know, they say that hurt people. So, you know, Joseline was hurt on the set when she was an up and coming nobody, just fresh from the strip club. Is now Joseline is going to get other young women from the strip club and treating them like trash the way she was treated, allegedly. And so the people in the comments saying that, they saying no way she's saying this, but talk to them girls anyway on that show. Talk about she does the same thing to the girls on her show. Talk about how can you say this and do far worse on Zeus. So look, and then Erica Mina chiming in talking about no lies told. That's another colorist, but I digress. Okay, but everybody, see, I've never watched Joseline Cabaret, but I can only imagine. But they say she treat them girls the same way, if not worse, over there on Zeus, because at least Love and Hip Hop was on like a major network, and they could only do so much. Okay, you said, but Mona didn't hands on her cast, I don't think. Well, you know, I've heard some things about what was going on that the first season. Now, I don't know about, you know, the seasons after that, but that first season was a mess. And you know, Carlos King was the executive producer over there. That's all I'm going to say. If you want the real tea, head on over to my Patreon, because I talked about that, how Carlos King had left the Real Housewives and why he had left the Real Housewives as an associate producer and ended up at Love and Hip Hop as an executive producer, and then had to go through some changes, and then ended up back on the Housewives, and then was involved in the Kandi and shit, and then they didn't renew his contract. Y'all, you know what it is. I'm just saying. But that stuff about Mona Scott Young, I've heard from people who participated in that cast that, you know, the drugs and alcohol was flowing freely. Okay, and it came out of people's mouths who were literally on the set, who were literally filmed there, who were guest hosts. You know, there's a lot of them. In fact, there was one that filmed with Joseline who said that, and ooh, child, let me pull that up. He had said it. Hold on. Y'all remember this? And I know y'all be getting mad at me for pulling up old stuff, but we gotta pull this up, because this right here, they said that he had said at the same time Joseline was on the Cokiana, he was doing it too, child. They said they was giving it bumps on set. That's what they had said, honey. Look. And can you imagine? Look. I don't even know what the original is, because you can't even hear that. That's so old. It's so old and decrepit. Okay, hold on. He was arguing with Joseline. Hold on, where is that? He got set up. He had got set up. I can't even find it. It ain't even nowhere on here. Nobody else got it. Let me see if I can find the short. Nope, nobody got it, child. It's old. It's so old. It's so old that don't nobody even have it, a clip on here. But yeah, he was arguing, and that's when Joseline had called him a cockroach. Okay, and at the end of the day, yeah, because back then, you know, somebody had asked me about, you know, how I felt about the pay that they were going to receive to be a a host on a Love and Hip Hop special. And I said, child, the cameramen get paid more than you. But, they decided to do it anyway. But, they said they had got some bumps on set. So it made up for it. And can't nobody sue me because they said it, honey. But anyway, I am digressing. So it's really a situation where, like I said, hurt people, things happen on the set. The entertainment industry is evil. Everybody has said it. Joseline is just regurgitating what a lot of people already know. And I'm sure the girls that came after her who are on her show are gonna sit down one day and say the same thing about her. Somebody gotta stop it though. At some point, they gotta stop the pattern. You said Joseline and Stevie took over one of the reunions. Okay, wasn't they fighting or something? It was just so long ago. I can't even remember. I stopped watching Love and Hip Hop because it came a little bit too unhinged. Okay. But anyway, moving on. Let me know what y'all think about what Joseline said about Mona, and is she the new Mona? Okay. And is it hypocritical for her to do interviews exposing Mona when the people are also exposing her? Okay. Let's not forget, Joseline said she's been clean for a little while now, though. She really just said it. Hold on, Joseline Hernandez. Clean. She said, as of January 26th, television personality and former Love and Hip Hop Atlanta star Joseline Hernandez has announced she is 3 years clean from cocaine. Okay, this is what Joseline said. She said, 3 years off that nose, Kandi. Here's what she said right here, chat. I'll open it up. Joseline said 3 years off of that nose, Kandi. She posted this January 13th. 3 years of clear mind, 3 years of solitude. My mind is clear and the body is strong. I thank God every day I didn't loose LOOSE my life to that white girl. Young girls, it's not a game and it's not worth it. Thank you guys also for those silent prayers for your fave. Me, love y'all. Okay. So Joseline admitted, child, she was on that booger sugar. I told y'all. Anyway, that's why this stuff is probably coming up. She's sober and she's reflecting on what she's done. Okay, well, changed actions will speak louder than words. So we shall see if she changes her ways and starts treating her staff a little bit better too. All right, moving on. Like this video, please, and thank you. Like this video. So, I had talked about Erica Mena being a colorist and all that, but y'all know I am really, really a proponent of calling people out on colorism, and I love the fact that a lot of people are talking about it and that it is a topic of discussion these days. Because some people act like it don't exist, and I'm like, people come from a position of privilege, and a lot of people actually feel that way and act that way, and even darker skinned black men treat darker skinned black women a certain way. Some darker skinned black women feel a ways, and treat other women differently. So anyway, I'm saying all that to say JT, she's a pretty beautiful brown girl, honey. She has gone on record to say that she's made some comments in the past that wasn't exactly right, and she blames it on her upbringing in Florida. Hold on, here is what JT said. Like this video, please. Stop screen, share screen. Bam, bam, boom. Okay. So here is a clip. And again, y'all know copyright disclaimer. Now, hopefully the sound is good on this. Let's see.
But fuck it. Men down in Florida, they could be black as my shirt and they want a light-skinned girl. They want light-skinned women. Like, even in the raps, they used to say that. And I was even brainwashed. Even when you a child and people like, go sit your black ass down. Like, you in the sun too long. You look too dark. You look too, we was getting brainwashed. This whole, like, dark beauty thing, it's very, like,
new.
It's new. Like, it's very new because growing up,
it's not that new. I mean, we've always said black is beautiful. We've always had positivity surrounding being darker skinned. And listen, the Black Panthers James Brown, everybody has always said it, but at the end of the day, there are some internal struggles that the black community has about lighter skin and privilege, and it all stems from white supremacy, and we know that. But it is what it is. I don't know if we'll ever get over it, but at least addressing it is a part of the problem. You said JT's hair. You don't like her green hair?
In the South, with the sun, men think that light-skinned women are a prize. They think that, like, I'm saying it, the ugliest men in Florida, if they have some money, they're going to go buy them a light-skinned girl. They're going to be like,
I buy
okay,
them a light-skinned girl, too.
It starts with the men. Brainwashing the women. And it also started at home, telling your kids, like, stay out of that sun. Gonna start a lot of shit when
So JT had come under fire for calling a black woman a roach before and saying things online that pretty much indicated that she was calling people out about their darker skin. And I guess just on a surface level, it's good that she is open and having the conversation. I've actually haven't seen the full interview, but this little clip is a great beginning. Okay. Because y'all know where I stand on it, honey. I always say a white woman can't have no black babies, okay? And so us with these two black parents, these monoracial black women, we need to stand strong. I called out Kenya Moore for saying she don't do 4C hair, when at the end of the day, that is the prominent hair texture for black women. So there's a lot of things that's going around, like featureism, texturism, colorism. It's all under the same umbrella, and we just need to pay attention to it as it arises and talk it through. Like at the end of the day, like lighter skinned people, just know sometimes you come from a position of privilege. Don't get mad when we talk about it. Sit this out when darker skinned women start to tell you that we experience certain things. Don't be saying, well, I do too. No, that's not the way it works. Okay, that is not the way it works. Hold on, somebody said, I love you, Michelle, but JT is just mad her music is not popping. Is that why she just mad? I don't know. I just feel like, thank you for the super chat too. What the super chat has said. I just feel like, it's a good conversation to have. Okay. Hey, mouth open story, jump out. Thank you, friend. Hey, all opinions. Thank you, friend. I appreciate y'all. I just feel like it's a good conversation to have. And, like I always say, I keep my foot on colorist Claudia's neck. Okay. Until she admits that she was wrong. Cause, to this day, she dragged me because I called her out for calling black men monkeys and apes. She drags me because she said she can't see black people in the dark. She drags me because I called her out for calling me ugly and saying I had a wide nose and all of this stuff. It's like, girl, I'm black. I like my nose. Okay. You ain't gonna get me Michael Jackson me and make me get no smaller nose. I am good. So, those types of things, it's like clear you are colorist. Okay. And until you admit it, I'm gonna always keep my foot on her neck. Okay. Especially because she called me a liar. I hate being called a liar. But anyway, moving on. You said how silly to reduce colorism combos down to music not popping. Okay, it is so much more than that. Okay, especially when you are a part of the conversation. You said when I was visiting Florida, I didn't see many brothers. My area must be corny. Oh, okay. But anyway, I just wanted to touch on that really quickly because to piggyback off of JT and her colorism comments is the Brat. Now, we talked about the Brat a while ago and how her and Judy actually chose a Caucasian man to for her sperm to be her sperm donor, and how a lot of people felt that was very anti-black. Now, it's they baby, okay? They can have whatever kind of baby they want to have. They want an Asian baby, white baby, black baby, whatever. But to be two black women to go and say, okay, we want a white man, it just reeked of colorism. Okay, but it is what it is. That was their decision, and because they are celebrities talking about it, it's gonna be a part of the conversation. Okay, there's no way around that. Because y'all told it. Y'all didn't have to tell us y'all chose a white man. We didn't know. Okay. And so now the Brat has came forward and it's basically saying that she got death threats because of that. And it's like, girl, what had happened? So the Brat and her wife, Jessica Judy Depart, revealed they were met with death threats after announcing that a white sperm donor was used to conceive their now 2-year-old son, True. Hold on, let me pull up this article, child. We're gonna read this together because I wasn't looking at it like that. Hold on. It's on Complex. Shout out to Complex. Child, Brat, what is you talking about, girl? Did you really do this? Did you really? Okay. That's what she said, honey. After she chose a white sperm donor, there they go. Okay, there go the two women that chose a white sperm donor. The couple was married in 2022, chronicled their in vitro fertilization journey on their former reality television show, Brat Loves Judy. The Brat revealed why they didn't select their only black option for a sperm donor out of a short list of 300 people, claiming that dude looked like Jiminy Cricket. The Funktified artist told the outlet, I was like, I'm sorry, but that wasn't going to be my choice. There's that featureism. Okay. She didn't like his feature. She said he looked like a cricket. Okay. But I think we did a great job with picking. He's handsome, he's tall, and I think he's going to look beautiful with my wife's egg. The remark drew backlash back then, and some speculated that the Brat and Dupart were colorists in their selection of a white sperm donor. But in a new interview on Chicago radio station 107.5, the couple said they weren't giving any black candidates. What? You just said you was. First of all, Jessica said, it's my egg. Around the 7 mark in the video. So you have to do genetic testing where they say all of the things that you carry. You put in it in the system, and then they tell you who you're compatible with. As soon as we put in my 7 things, we had no black people available. Child, now she's saying they ain't had no black
107.5
people.
GCI.
Let me go see. Child. I gotta hear her say this. He said at the 7-minute mark. Hold on. 6, 7. Okay, there goes 7. Y'all know the drill. Copyright disclaimer under section 107. Child, we getting all the copyrights today. You said they didn't just choose a white man, but talk down on the black man. That's what I got from it. But now they saying, they didn't have no black candidates.
Trying to figure out who we want as a donor. Well, first of all, it's my egg, right? So you have to do genetic testing where they say all of the things that you carry, you put it in the system, and then they tell you who you're compatible with. As soon as we put in my 7 things, we had no black people available.
Right.
There were none.
Wait. As soon as you put in your 7 things, so basically you telling us you ain't black? Is that what it is? No black men were compatible with her egg. That's what she said.
None. Down to 0. It went from, you start off with 18,000 candidates and maybe 5% of them are black. And then once you start putting in the different things one at a time, they narrow down. And there was no black candidates at all. So we didn't even have a
This is new. They said this is a new interview.
choice
Wow.
to have that as as because that's what we wanted. We went in not knowing.
Like,
I think people don't even realize how small.
And see, I would feel better if they just stood on it and said we just wanted a mixed baby. Don't come acting like there are no viable black men available, black sperm available. Like it just seems a little bit weird. I'm just saying.
Oh, the pool is for black men.
Right.
We don't like to give out. You ain't giving our juice away now.
Obviously not.
Right, but then that just leaves people in our situation.
Yeah, it does.
To have to make hard decisions. We just know we wanted a healthy baby.
Right.
Yeah.
We wanted a healthy baby.
Yeah.
And her ass wants to talk about all. She was talking. That's the thing. She was talking about all of them. Everyone that she saw wasn't good enough. This one was too this. That one was too that. This one was too this. And they clipped the one.
When I was talking about the black one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they made it such a big deal.
Yeah.
But I still feel how the
Yeah, this interview is recent. Yes.
because the options were so narrow, and that's not what we wanted. Like I just don't see. I could see.
She said she's still standing by. That man looked like Jiminy Cricket. Okay, it don't matter what he had. It don't matter how intelligent he was. He looked like Jiminy Cricket, and she didn't want to have no baby that looked like Jiminy Cricket.
Anybody doing this, they're gonna pick what they want, and if the options are far and few, and there's none, then you have to pick what you want. It's up to you.
Agreed.
Not all those people that got something to say.
Right. No, but I think it should have just been made clear that we didn't have a choice to have somebody black. I think that was never made clear.
Right. Well, you made it clear.
Oh,
Okay.
7 years too late, girl.
Well, whatever. Yeah, we had to deal with.
See, 7 years later, this interview is recent, and they still talking about it, and they upset because they said that throughout this entire journey that they have received threats because they chose a white sperm donor.
With a lot of stuff behind that. We had death threats on our child.
Come on, what are we
Yeah,
talking?
you know the internet
For
is
real.
crazy.
Weirdos?
It was so bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
How you get death threats on a child? I don't know if I believe that. Maybe on y'all, but on the child, I don't know.
I think y'all would have
I
read up on them.
Proud of
had to stop
Popo?
looking at it.
Yeah. You can't read the comments.
You
cannot
can't
read
right.
the comments.
Yeah, I'm from Chicago. I will pull up.
right. 'Cause
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? You go like, I'm
And now they raising that white man.
no,
Right.
no.
And I know she ain't lying because she know how to find people, and I found that out too.
You one of them internet detectives?
I am a detective without the internet.
No, she know.
Oh, let me turn this off. The Brat gonna pull up.
I have connections.
Right.
I make
I would never
a
forget.
couple phone
I
calls.
was on. Can I tell a story?
Go
When I was on
ahead.
the plane, I was on the plane, and they had a guy in front of me. He turned around, and he was trying to flirt, and I said, "Well, I'm married. I don't think my wife would like us." He said, "Well, if your wife ain't cool with it, it's still fine." And I told her, I was texting her, telling her, and she said, "Is he sitting to the left or to the right?" And I was like, "To the left." Why? About 6 minutes later,
I knew her seat.
I don't care about all that. But anyway, the Brat said that they were receiving DEATH threats because they chose a Caucasian sperm donor. Okay. They have gone on several talk shows over the years to talk about it. They went on Tamara Hall back in 2023 to address the backlash, and now here we are in 2026, 3 years later. So he was 3 back then. He's almost 7 now. Child, y'all gonna be talking about this for the rest of his life. I don't understand. You knew you chose a white man. You told the people. You went on your show. You went through the process. You called the man Jiminy Cricket, the one black man you said was ugly. You didn't like his black features, and now you mad that you are facing the backlash of the words that you said. You got about 18 more years to go, somewhere around there. 11 more years to go. So I guess they're gonna do another interview in about 3 more years saying the same thing, and they're gonna try to change the story again. Okay, but I digress, honey. I digress. You wanted a white baby, you got a white baby. I mean, just say that. You said they could have simply kept their mouths closed about it, period. Okay, we didn't have to know who your sperm donor was. We knew 2 women can't make a baby. We knew you got some sperm from somewhere. You didn't have to tell us who it was, child. But you said he is not 7, he is 3. Oh, okay. Thank you. I don't know, child. Keep track. But she said 7 years later, so I was just assuming it was 7 years. Okay, moving on. Like this video. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section about the Brat and them facing backlash over choosing a white sperm donor. And it's been years and they're still facing backlash. And they were saying, now they're saying that they had received, threats to unalive them because of it. Now, I don't think that that's right, but at the end of the day, it was your choice. Stand on it. Okay. Moving on. Like this video now. Let me move on. Let's talk about I'm talking about Kenya Moore, and then I'm gonna talk about Kandi and Todd. Okay, so now we in the court document section of ATLien Live. And before I get there, I'm gonna give y'all a minute. How many people in here? Okay, we got several. Okay, we got 1,500. We got Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. Okay, y'all go ahead and like this video. We about to read some court documents. Well, I had to have that evil look on my face. Receipts. Okay. Shout out to Kenya Moore Hair Spa. Okay, so Kenya Moore Hair Spa is I guess they're still in business. I don't know. Every time we go by there, it's always something. Like now it's a note on the door with office hours. Okay, because I passed by there earlier today and it was just something on the door, child. I was just like, look at that, something on the door, and I just kept going because I'm like, I'm tired of reiterating that it's always closed. But today Monday, so maybe they don't. Most beauty stores, well, most beauty salons are not open on Monday. Some are, but it is what it is. So just as I told you about Kenya Moore's ongoing debate with her landlord, the landlord had filed for an eviction after Kenya ceased paying rent last December. Okay. Kenya claims she stopped paying rent because the landlord did not give her tenant improvement allowance. The landlord claimed that they didn't give her tenant improvement allowance because she didn't provide the required documentation that she had actually spent the money on licensed contractors. Kenya decided, after they filed an eviction, that she would file a countersuit, hoping to get her $80,000 back. When she did that, they had to move the court from magistrate court to superior court, and now they are in a whole legal battle, including motions, interrogatories, orders, all of the above. A couple of times the attorney didn't show up. It's just been one big hot mess. The landlord's attorney didn't show up that time when we was in court. Remember I told y'all about that? And so finally the landlord's attorney showed up. He had all the receipts. He showed the judge all the receipts. And what he asked the judge to do in lieu of Kenya's motion, or her actual lawsuit, was for her to pay the past due rent into the court registry. It's like, how can she sit here basically squatting in our building? Okay, she's not paying any rent, she's not paying the utility, she's not paying nothing because that was all included in the rent. And at the end of the day, we're not getting any financial benefit from our asset. So they show all of the documents in court. They also asked that, Kenya pay, it was amounting to like $77,000 into the court registry. And her lawyer fought it, but at the end of the day, a judge agreed. Okay. You can go watch that video because we talked about it. I even played a little snippet of it on my Patreon. Now, finally, the judge has actually signed the order, basically saying what I had told you, that Kenya is ordered to pay half of it in 30 days from the court date, and the other half in a total of 60 days. So it was like pretty much 3750 and 3750 plus the accruing rent. Now, hold on. I'm going to put the document up for you to see. I am trying to find it. Oh, here it is right here. Okay. Here it is right here. So all of this has been circulating for a minute. It's all on the Reddit. It's all on the Lipstick Alley. It's all everywhere. Okay, I was going to put my little straight from the A on there, but I can't find my little overlay. I think I might have deleted it because I was deleting a bunch of stuff off of my my computer so that I can add some more stuff. But anywho, here it is. Okay, now this is the order compelling payment of rent into the court. Okay, presently before the court is the motion to compel, okay, rent into the registry of the court filed by the plaintiff, which is Northland Chambly LLC, the DECO. Okay, in the DECO, hold on, let me make this a little big. In the DECO, it says the motion came before the court for a hearing on January 20th. That's when I actually told y'all about it, during which the parties' respective counsels were given the opportunity to provide oral arguments. Upon review of the record and a finding that the issue of the defendant tenant's possession of the leased commercial property was not fully determined within 2 weeks from the date of service of the summons and dispossessory warrant, the motion is hereby granted. Okay, so it is accordingly ordered and adjudged that pursuant to OCGA 44754, defendant slash tenant More Vision Media Inc. is required to pay the following amounts into the court's registry. A first installment of $43,988.68 within 30 days of the January 20th, 2026 hearing. Specifically, she is to pay that amount on or before February 19th, 2026. Hold on, you see that right now? Before February 19th, 2026. This amount represents half the total amount of the unpaid minimum rent, additional rent, and utilities accrued between January 1st, 2024 and January 20th, 2026. Can you imagine having somebody in your property that ain't paid rent in over a year? Can you imagine? Which is half of $77,017.89 plus $5,479.73. The amount of fixed monthly minimum rent and additional rent accruing for the month of February 2026. A second installment of $43,988.67 is due within 60 days of the January 20th hearing, specifically on or before March 21st, 2026. This amount represents half of the total amount of unpaid minimum rent, additional rent, and utilities accrued between December 1st, 2024 and January 20th, 2026, i.e., half of the $77,017.89 plus $5,479.73, the amount of fixed monthly minimum rent and additional rent accruing for the month of March 2026. Thereafter, $5,479.73, which is her monthly rental amount plus utilities, is due on or before the first day of each month beginning April 1st, 2026 and continuing until July 31st, 2026, or until the reissue of possession is resolved. Child, this is all the money that she has to pay into the court. And while she's paying this into the court, if she pays it into the court, they will continue fighting to evict her. It also says that it is further ordered and adjudged that if defendant tenant More Vision fails to make any of the above payment as it becomes due, plaintiff shall be entitled to an immediate writ of possession instanter without further order from the court. That means they don't even have to go back to court. We don't even have to go. You don't even have to come back, child. If she missed this payment, go ahead and put her shit on the curb. It's just a wrap. Okay. So I don't know. If I was Ken, I'd just take my dirty clothes out the window and go. I wouldn't even be worried about it, honey. I would just go ahead and uninstall my chairs and my shampoo bowl and my steamer that she got. Go ahead and put it in the car and just roll out, because it just doesn't make any sense. Like, what is you doing? You said she got a legal shield lawyer. I don't know what lawyer she got. Hey, House of Aaron, how you doing, friend? You said poor Ken. I don't know. Binge worthy in here too. Shout out to y'all. I see y'all. Oh, okay. Shout out to all my content creator friends. You said she ain't making that payment. You will be gagged if she, because what is the benefit that she's getting out of making that payment if you're not making any money? You're not even making $44,000 a month in the place. So I don't understand. Like, you haven't paid this little bit of rent. Like, her rent was like $4,000 a month, and she just stopped paying it. Now you have stopped. Now you claim that they owe you 80, but you haven't given them any receipts of any contractors. So, like, how you gonna get it back? Like, I don't understand. But I guess if she feels like she's owed it back, I could see her paying it into the registry. But I don't think she's gonna pay. Y'all think she's gonna pay? Put a 1 in the chat if you think she's gonna pay. And no, she has not filed bankruptcy. Stop believing them Facebook stories. Kenya has not filed no bankruptcy. Stop it. You said she's delusional beyond comprehension. Okay. Has she made 44K at all? Well, I mean, what, since the grand reopening? I don't know. You said, how are they not within their rights to evict? Because they're actually honoring the court documents. What happened was they filed for a writ. They filed for eviction. Kenya countersued for the tenant improvement allowance. And now they are both fighting for whatever they fighting for. And in the midst of fighting to evict her, the judge got to hear her side too. And they're saying, okay, well, the landlord's attorney like, we'll hear it, but she needs to be paying it somewhere because she's not paying it to us. So have her pay it into the court. And the court agreed. Like, yes, pay it into the court. Like, you sitting over there rent free is not beneficial to the landlord. So I don't know. You said Kenya is not gonna pay. Somebody said press. Did I say press one if you think she gonna pay? I don't know. I think she gonna pay. Maybe. I don't know. What she been doing? All them trips to Dubai. You telling me she ain't come up with $40,000 yet? And then she having little events and stuff there. Maybe she can come up with $40,000. Y'all buy $40,000 worth of tickets. Team Twirl, where y'all at? Go buy tickets. Wasn't she selling her clothes last weekend, week before? She didn't sell $40,000 worth of Shein in Fashion Nova. Like, what is going on? Someone asked Uncle Clifford for a job at the Pink. Anyway, you said she is trying to sell her clothes. Like, that's a lot of Fashion Nova. Them Fashion Nova dresses don't be costing like $10, $15. That's got to be like 100, 200. How many dresses? Let me get my calculator. How many dresses is how many divided by? Hold on. I can't even find the calculator. Okay, there it is. Okay, you need $45,000 divided by, let's say, 25. She need 1,800 dresses. You think she got 1,800 Fashion Nova dresses over there? I don't know. Anywho, and I bumped it up to 25 in her video. She said she was selling some of for 10. If she was selling them for 10, she gonna need about 40,000 dresses or something. 4,000 dresses. You said, oh no, I cannot take y'all. I cannot. Anyway, yeah, I'm sure she'll find a way to blame me for not paying her rent, but I'm just following the story as I would anyone else, okay? As she would Nene Leakes if the situation was changed, as she would Tanya if the tables were turned, okay? I'm just saying, I'm just following the story. Shout out to Kenya Moore. Hopefully, she'll get her $44,000 by. She got 10 more days. By February 20th is the first payment. So we will be following up to see if she made her payment, and we will be following up on February 21st to see if the Kenya Moore hair spa is on the curb. Or the people over there at Deco will tell me, because they tell me everything else. They like, girl, that story is. I mean, that the damn door is locked and the lights are off all the time. So he said nobody needs to know who or what. Okay. You want me to follow the story? Okay, that's what I'm saying. Why do people mad at me for following the story? I can't help it. I can't. I'm gonna keep following it too. Anyway, especially since she said she had something in the trunk for me. Kenya pulled a Britt Edie. Kenya said she was scared when Britt Edie said, she got pow-pows for girls like her. But then Kenya said she got stuff. She gonna pop the trunk, honey, for bloggers that show up at her thing. She said she got something for y'all, even though it is within our rights to be there, honey. You can't keep me off the sidewalk. That's my First Amendment right, honey. You cannot keep me off the sidewalk. And I will film. I will stand right there and film like this. And you can call the police too. I'll be like the First Amendment auditors. It is within my right to film. I am standing on public property. Okay. Anyway, you said this is what you do. Okay, exactly. It is nothing personal. It is nothing personal. Moving on from Ken. Okay, shout out to Ken. I am moving on to Todd Tucker. Okay. Todd Tucker has filed a response to Kandi claiming that he was not daddy daycare. Oh, Lord. Where is the document in this response? Blah, 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 blah. Okay, there it is. This was filed February 5th, 2026. Where is my straight from the A child? I need to put my straight from the A in here. Hold on. Because I paid for these documents. I don't be wanting to give them away for free. Just me. Okay, just me. Hold on. Let me see. Overlay. Talk amongst yourselves for a minute. I'm going to give y'all another minute to like this video. All right, we in like fleeing, honey. I got my little straight from the A thing. Hold on. I got my my court documents, and I have. Let me see. Window. There it is, right there. This is Todd's response. This is Todd's response to petitioner's motion for a temporary hearing on parenting time and child support. Now, I know a whole bunch of bloggers was in there. Remember, I told y'all a blogger had filed, what was it, rule something, child trying to get cameras in the courtroom. And so I've heard that Todd might be on board into sealing the documents because originally he wanted to keep everything open. And now they're having another hearing in another 30 days or so where they both agree that it should be sealed. But even with that, a judge may deny it, but we will see. So I'm like, y'all need to stop doing stuff all crazy and all willy-nilly. Just show up and take notes and read the court documents. You ain't got to be all extra. Anyway, I'm digressing. But here is a husband's response to petitioner's motion for a temporary hearing on parenting time. It says, comes now, responded T. Jermaine Tucker by and through his counsel of record, respectfully showing the court that he should be designated the primary custodial parent with primary decision-making authority until further order of the court, and files this his response to petitioner's motion for a temporary hearing on parenting time and child support. Now, if you remember, Kandi was trying to say that Todd was playing with y'all, that Todd was being performative by constantly posting those daddy daycare clips all on his social media. But Todd is saying, how can I post them if I ain't got them? Okay. Kandi was saying, no, I got a nanny, I got this, I got that. And Todd is saying, well, you ain't here. Okay, you ain't here. Somebody got them and I'm their daddy. So I need to have, the authority to do what I need to do. So what they're arguing about is the kids. And that's one of the things that wasn't in the prenup, allegedly, because you remember when Kandi filed for divorce, the one thing that she said that she wanted a judge to decide on was child support and custody. Okay. So here is Todd's introduction, and we just gonna read it, child, just like a book. It says, petitioner K. Lenise Tucker, the mother, initiated the instant action for divorce on November 25th, 2026. The parties were married on April 4th, 2014, and are the parents of two minor children, A. Tucker, born in 2016, and B. Tucker, born in 2019. They're called the minor children. Since the filing of this action and for a substantial period preceding it, father has acted as the primary custodial parent, providing the minor children with their primary day-to-day care, supervision, schooling, and overall well-being. while mother's employment has required her to work out of state for extended periods. Listen, Todd ain't saying nothing we don't know. I'm just saying, he's not saying anything we don't know. Somebody got to make the money, okay? Somebody got to play dad at daycare, and somebody got to go to work. That's what is given. It says, given the nature of mother's employment, it is expected that these work-related absences will continue, making a custodial arrangement that accounts for this reality necessary to serve the minor children's best interest. Ty gonna end up with the house, the cars, the money, the dog. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, they not gonna move the kids out of the they're not gonna move the kids out of the house. It's gonna be interesting. You said, oh wait, hold on. Let me put myself back. Y'all saying y'all can't see me. Can y'all see me now? What's going on over there? Hold on. I don't know why it changed. I guess it's the thingamajiggy. I don't know. But anyway, it says, given the nature of mother's employment, is expected that all of this is going to continue. Okay, it says, while the parties appear to be close to reach an agreement on a parenting plan and have been actively working towards resolution of issues concerning the minor children, father files this response out of an abundance of caution. In consideration of the statutory deadline to respond and preserve his rights in the event the parties are unable to resolve all remaining issues related to custody, parenting time, decision-making authority, and support. You see that? And support. Okay. Father shows that this filing is not intended to impede settlement efforts, but rather to ensure that appropriate relief may be addressed by the court if necessary. In the event the parties are unable to resolve all remaining issues related to the minor children, father shows that a temporary parenting plan designating him as the temporary primary physical custodian with joint legal custody and father having final decision-making authority best promotes stability, continuity, and the best interest of the minor children during the pendency of this action. So as long as they are fighting in court, however long it takes for them to argue over this prenup, Todd said he needs to be able to make all the decisions when it comes to the kids. Okay. Now it says father admits the statement contained in paragraph 1. Father admits the statement contained in paragraph 2. Father admits in part the statements contained in paragraph 3 of mother's motion to the extent that parties incur routine monthly expenses on behalf of the care and maintenance of the minor child, including educational, medical, extracurricular activity, and personal maintenance expenses. Father denies all remaining allegations. Now, I need to pull up Kandi's motion, but in Kandi's motion, she was pretty much saying Todd don't pay nothing and that she pay everything. And he pretty much saying, you're right. Okay. Father denies the statements contained in paragraph 4 of mother's motion to the extent that it reflects mother's interpretation of OCGA 1993 by way of further response. Father shows that it is well settled in Georgia that, quote, it's the joint and several duty of each parent to provide for the maintenance, protection, and education of his or her child. So she was saying that Ty ain't paid nothing. He's saying that it's the duty of both of us to provide. So basically, she was asking for the court to have him pay, but he's saying that even if he has to pay, y'all, they both got to pay. Okay. So it also says father admits the statement contained in paragraph 5. I should pulled her motion. It says father denies the allegation contained in paragraph 6 as it is vague and ambiguous as to which residence is referenced. Now we know that they own multiple properties, and it says given that the parties jointly own multiple properties. By way of further response, because she's talking about the house that they reside in, that the kids reside in. It says father states that the parties divide expenses by agreement, with each party responsible for expenses associated with his or her separate property, and both parties contributing to expenses related to jointly owned properties. Interesting. Okay. So basically, he's saying, "I pay for my little townhouse over here. You need to continue paying for the big house." Okay, that's what I'm saying. Because my name ain't on that. You made sure that, and it says both parties contributed expenses related to jointly owned properties. What property they own jointly, I don't know. It says father denies the statements in 7. Father denies statements in 8 of mother's motion. Father shows that since the initiation of this action, he has been the only parent consistently present in Georgia, where the minor children reside, while the mother has worked out of state for an extended period of time. During this period, father has acted as the minor children's primary and day-to-day caregiver, handling their routine care, school-related responsibilities, and daily needs. Notwithstanding mother's extended absence, father has consistently facilitated mother's parenting time, including transporting the minor children to New York during the Christmas holiday so that mother could exercise holiday parenting time. Any disputes arose solely from mother's unilateral efforts to arrange travel and parenting time without prior good faith consultation with the father, which was not in and in fact undermined the minor children's best interest. Now, if I remember correctly, in Kandi's document, she was saying that Todd was upset about her, and she actually had certain dates that she had already arranged travel for with the kids. And I guess she hadn't cleared that with him, because previously she didn't have to, but now I mean since they're arguing over custody, you're gonna have to y'all gonna have to agree on their travel schedule. Now, it also says paragraph 9 of mother's motion does not require a response from father, as it contains mother's request for relief. To the extent that a response is necessary, father denies any implication that court intervention is required due to father's conduct, and shows that he has facilitated mother's parenting time throughout the pendency of this action. Father states that a temporary order is appropriate to provide clarity and structure consistent with the minor children's best interest, and to prevent parenting time from being unilaterally dictated based on mother's availability, work schedule, or personal convenience, rather than the minor children's routines and needs, which the father has been responsible for maintaining during mother's extended periods of employment. So basically, Kandi had plans, and Todd is saying, them plans ain't got nothing to do with what's going on around here. Okay. You said, Michelle, what is the reason for divorce? Okay, I don't know. You gotta ask them. I don't know what happened. I'm just saying, we just know they ain't that it's cheaper to keep them. And Kandi said, "No, I don't want to do this no more." And Ty is fighting. Okay, and one of the things that he's fighting about is the children, custody of the kids. Which in turn, even if he doesn't win the battle over the prenup, he'll be winning some type of support based off of that. So, a check will be cut one way or the other. I don't know how, but anyway. Mother's motion does not require a response, blah, blah, blah. It said father admits that the entry of a temporary parenting plan addressing parenting time, holidays, and academic breaks is appropriate during the pendency of this action. So, I mean, Todd is like, we need a plan. Okay, we need something in writing, because she's not gonna be the boss of me. Okay. It says paragraph 11 of mother's motion does not require a response from father, as it contains mother's request for relief. To the extent that a response is necessary, father requests that mother's request for relief be denied in its entirety, as it is premised on mother's unilateral attempts to dictate parenting time with the minor children without prior good faith consultation with the father, and without adequate consideration of the minor children's best interest or the existing custodial structure under which father has been providing their primary day-to-day care. Father further states that if the parties were unable to reach an agreement, spring break parenting should be determined by a court-ordered temporary parenting plan and allocated in a manner consistent with the minor children's best interest, rather than by unilateral scheduling decisions. Like Kandi got a year's worth of stuff already planned for them kids, because she knows she's gonna be in New York. So Todd is saying, he ain't got nothing to do with that. Okay. It says paragraph 12 of mother's motion does not require a response. It said to the extent that a response is necessary, father state that these issues should be addressed at the 60-day conference, which is scheduled on February 19th, the day before Kenya's money is due, or that the court should schedule a temporary hearing at the earliest available date in order to establish temporary custody, parenting time, decision-making authority, blah, 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 blah. Now, Todd, he smoothed it out a little bit. He said, Father recognizes his mother as a loving and capable parent and supports her continued and meaningful involvement in the lives of the minor children. However, any temporary custodial arrangement must reflect the children's present reality and best interests, recognizing that father has functioned as the minor children's primary custodial parent during the pendency of this action, while mother has been employed out of state for extended periods, and given the nature of her employment, is likely to continue doing so. Father shows that a temporary parenting plan designating him as the temporary primary physical custodian with joint legal custody and father having final decision-making authority best promotes stability, continuity, and the best interest of the minor children during the pendency of this action. Wow. I don't know what's going to happen. You say you think the dungeon has been sealed up? Oh, no. It says, Father shows that the parties have been working cooperatively toward a private resolution of our issues and have already participated in multiple mediation sessions, but have been unable to reach an agreement on a temporary or permanent plan or on a comprehensive settlement of all issues. Father shows that it is in the minor child's best interest that such an order be entered on custody, parenting time, and support during the pendency of this action. So he is basically focusing on the fact that, the children don't need to be moved. The children need stability, and most judges will agree with that. Now, it says, Father respectfully requests that these issues be addressed at the hearing, 60-day hearing on February 19th, especially since the parties have already attended multiple mediation sessions. In the alternative, Father requests that the court schedule a temporary hearing at the earliest available date. Okay, so it's interesting. Hold on, let me get back. I think this thing right here is stopping me. Okay, here I am. I'm back. So it's interesting to see that Todd is fighting for them kids. Child. Todd said he wants the decision making authority, and who knows if he wants it for real or if he's just using this as leverage, because at the end of the day, it just feels like this is what he's using to get what he wants out of Kandi, whether it be something in the prenup that needs to be changed or whatnot, because this is the only thing that he has to fight over if the prenup is ironclad, allegedly. You said Todd is after a money grab. I guess you said Kandi should not have let Bravo film her son crying because he missed his mother. Child, whatever happened to marital roles, strength, weaknesses? Looks like sister's hard work is being weaponized. This is a money grab. I agree, resident therapist, but this is the way she set things up. Is it not? I mean, from the very beginning, wasn't it? Kandi was working and Todd was a stay-at-home dad. I mean, he's been doing this for years. This is not nothing new that he's just started doing. So, even when he was doing those cringe-worthy, shout out to binge-worthy, even when he was doing those cringy glam squad videos, when he was talking about his name wasn't on the house, or talking about cheating, or talking about all the things that he was talking about, it was like, dude, he is setting up a case for divorce. They're gonna use all this in court. So I don't know. I'm wishing the best for everyone involved. I also noticed that in the court thingamajigget, they also are going to, and I said this earlier, I had heard that allegedly Todd felt some kind of way when he saw all them people in there in that last status conference hearing, which really wasn't much of anything to be in attendance of, but a lot of bloggers attended. And again, some bloggers had filed certain documents and couldn't enunciate why they filed those documents. So it was somewhat of a shit show. But I think because of that, they are now both on the same page with sealing the document. So he may also be submitting his motion to seal, but a judge again may deny it because it's not too many times that they seal certain things like this. So we'll see. You said Todd has the kids, and if anything happens when she's not available, someone has to be able to make on the spot decisions. That's true. That's true. You blame Mama Joyce. She cursed their marriage. Oh no, not the Mama Joyce curse, child. Hold on, let me see when the next thing is. Like this video as y'all get in here. Like this video. Um, if anybody wants to call in, you are welcome to. We talked about a lot of things today. I think Kandi and Todd was my last thing to discuss. We talked about Kenya's order. We talked about Todd and Kandi. We talked about Joseline Hernandez going in on Mama Scott Young. We talked about JT and colorism. We talked about the Brat and Judy and their colorism accusations. I think we had a pretty decent show. Hold on. We talked a little bit about the Super Bowl, a little bit. Let me see what it say. Hold on. It says, yeah, they have a pending motion for confidentiality, which is going to be heard in March, on March 17th. So I don't know if that's Kandi's motion because they already denied one. So I'm thinking that might be another Todd's motion. I don't know. We shall see. We shall see. I hope it goes well for them too. I do. You said this will be the longest divorce. It might be, but shoot, Portia and Simon were getting divorced for like 2 years, wasn't it? So we will hear more about it. My phone is dead, y'all. How my phone died? I don't even have no outlet down here. I mean no cord. Click the link if you like to call in. If you like to chime in on any of these topics, you don't even have to be on camera, child. You don't even have to be on camera. Otherwise, I'm just gonna scroll through some of these comments. You said reason for divorce: Todd married an alpha female and not a domesticated woman. He's inferior and wants to be the head of household. It's called social belief of what a wife should. What the rest of it? Yeah. I hear you. I agree that may be a part of it. But Todd knew who he was marrying when he married her. Like Todd met her on the set of a reality show. Todd knew Kandi's status at the bank. Okay. So I don't know. Todd never gave me alpha male. Like, wasn't it Marlo who was calling out Todd and saying that Kandi was a sugar mama and all that, and wasn't Kandi saying she could take care of every motherfucker in here, and Kandi was reiterating that on air and basically, saying that it was true. So it is what it is. Oh, thank you, friend. I appreciate it, there, resident therapist. Thank you so much. Then Kandi and Todd make fun of Phaedra's divorce being so long. Now look, okay, they did. Kandi shared her desperation for marriage and more kids. Not Marlo was right, child. All right. Well, on that note, I appreciate everyone chiming in tonight. Oh, somebody's in the back. Hold on. I didn't think nobody was gonna call. Hold on. Hello.
Greetings, Michelle. How you doing, honey? You looking lovely as always.
Thank you.
Chicago over here, girl. Let me break this down this way. Benito went on that football field. He understood the assignment.
Yes. Okay.
Baby, he performed for the culture, and I love the fact that he got all of these non-melanated people up in their feelings. I love that. Okay, so let me get down that way. But now to Kandi and Todd, I'm gonna try to say this as delicately as I can, and that is Kandi got that. How do I want to say it? Kandi should have gotten the memo from Britney Spears. Ooh. And that is, you can F the help, but you don't marry the help.
Okay. You have a point.
And listen, I'm not trying to get too biblical, but again, there's a line in there that it says you got to make sure that they are equally yoked. And I'm not talking financially. I mean, that would help. But I really never saw, outside of being a prop for Kandi, what Todd brought to the table. I never really saw that.
And I might catch a lot of flack for this, but we got to give Todd just a little bit now, because before Todd came in the picture, Kandi wasn't executive producing anything. She wasn't like I feel like him being there helped her turn those lemons into lemonade. You don't
You know
think
what?
so?
You know what? I'll give you that. I will give you that. You know, and the thing is that things are very topsy turvy, because if this was a woman, you know, doing it to Todd, I don't think we would feel as much as we do now. But because it's our girl, and again, Kandi is not just a reality television person. We grew up with her music. You know what I'm saying? So there's a deeper investment. You know, and so I just feel that when you see how far she's come, and you've seen what she's done, you know, like, I don't know this woman, but again, she was in her music has been in the landscape or the soundscape of my childhood and stuff. So I feel a little protective, but yeah, you know, who's to say that she wouldn't have been able to do those things, but maybe just Todd gave her that anchor or that sense of, belief that she could propel herself a little bit more. So if that's the case, that's fine. But I really don't think it's got to be as messy or as ugly as it's getting.
I agree. I
I
think Kandi thought it was gonna be cut and dry, and then Todd started playing a little bit dirty. So yeah, you know, it is what it is.
you know, and then like when people were talking about Mama Joyce, listen, that's a whole different story unto itself. But when it comes to the reality mamas, you know, we saw what Cynthia Bailey's mother and sister was trying to do when she wanted to marry Peter, and come to find out they were correct.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's
there
all
you
we
go.
got. Everything is immortalized on film when it comes to Kandi and Todd and everybody else too. So you're right.
You know, I'm going to sign off with this, Michelle, and that is simply this. Listen, I don't like seeing our people in that light, you know, but no one is going to deny that these people signed up for this. I'm just going to end off here, and before I say something that's going to get you demonetized, I'm simply going to say this: there's a special place in hell for Bravo and for Andy Cohen. I'm just going to leave it at that. Yeah, I said it. And I'm going to get off so I don't do anything to your channel. Michelle, thank you for giving me a moment. I love you. You look beautiful, and thank you for bringing it to us. All right, bye, love.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Bye.
Bye.
Hold on. Hey, Perry.
Hey, Michelle, how you feeling?
Good. How you doing?
You clocked into work today. Where you been?
Yeah.
You've been MIA.
I tried. I've been busy.
On them hot dates. We already know.
Oh, okay.
That's a cute shirt you got on. I love that shirt.
Oh,
That
it's a little dress.
compliments you really well.
I have to have my little dresses, my little.
Yeah, those colors compliment you. Purple is your color. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick back off the last color. You know what? Kandi is not and I think I said this before to you. Kandi is not a traditional wife. You said it just now. She was a modern wife. And so they don't have traditional roles. You know, he was the primary caregiver of the kids. And like I said, I'm all for the best interests of the children. So if they were primarily with their dad and she is continuing her career, you know, as continuing her celebrity, then I don't see no issue with him having primary custody. You know what I mean? But yeah.
I think where Kandi was
telling black men to fight for their children and be in their children's lives, and then push them away and judge them for doing what's right. He has been the primary caregiver of those children. So why does that change?
I think where Kandi is gonna have issue is that he was asking for like the final decision making authority. You know what I'm saying? And so like, you know, who breaks the tie? You know what I'm saying? Todd does.
Well,
and I think
with them primarily
will have an issue because she won't be in control.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you know what? And I wanted to touch on the Brat situation. I smell BS. I smell BS. How's she gonna say all she cares about is having a healthy child and then have a problem with how the black man look? What did she say about that black man? Why she didn't want him to be the father?
He looked like Jiminy Cricket.
Right, but all you care about is a healthy baby. No, you wanted a baby to come out looking like your sister. Keep it
Had
real.
blue eyes, and that's my point. Like even with the discussion, and even with people like calling them out about the colorism or whatever. Like if that's what you wanted, that's what you wanted. Like Judy said, it's my egg. If your egg is your baby, is what you want, then just say you
Right.
wanted to have a mixed child. It is what it is. I'm all for mixing and equality and all. You know what I'm saying? Like just say it and move on. You don't have to like, I don't know, act like you pro black and you ain't. You know what I'm saying? I just didn't like that.
Right. I think she knew she was wrong for saying that. And now they're doing like damage control with this whole. I do not believe this whole that they're getting like a whole lot of threats for that child, just based off the strength. We haven't heard anything for that to be such a serious accusation, and then you have these huge platforms. You didn't involve like the
I'm
FBI.
sure they get negative
some
comments
surrogate
all the
children. Yeah, I'm sure there's a difference between negative and someone threatening the life of your child. That's kind of like, you know what I mean? They were a little bit too lax for that for me, but hopefully it's not the case. But lastly, that Joseline situation, I think I caught your show. Oh, did you watch the Super Bowl? I don't know if you touched that or not, but I didn't catch the beginning. Did
I
you like it?
briefly touched on it, and I know our last caller said that she loved Bad Bunny. Yeah, I
What you
watched
think?
it. I ain't mad at it. I mean, it
Would
wasn't
you like it?
like again, it wasn't for me. Just like when I was up there dancing to Snoop Dogg, and it wasn't for them. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day,
I mean, like, can we stop putting comparing? Like, I understand that black people are Americans. So yes, if we have black entertainers, that doesn't mean we don't have American entertainers. Black people are American, and English is our primary language. You know what I mean? So I don't think we should compare it and say, oh, it's okay. I don't have an issue with the performance. I thought it was all right. I don't think we should compare the two situations and say, like I've heard people say, well, we've had black entertainers wrong with it with the Spanish. I said, I don't think that's what the complaint is. I think it was more like a language barrier. People were upset about the language barrier. I didn't have an issue with it, but it's not the same. We are black, we are American, and we speak English. So, yeah, but that Joseline situation, that kind of shocked me that she said that she's been sober the last 3 years. Like, I would have gave her the benefit of the doubt if she was on the book of sugar longer. You mean to tell me she's been going upside these chicks' head and she been sober the last 3 years?
When was the last time? I thought she when was the last time she do something with at the fight or something? Let me see.
She been showing her tail. I mean, like, for her, she all over the place. How you gonna come on this whole tour against Mona Scott and you say you've been sober the last 3 years and you down her beating them girls down for that little bit of change?
Hold on, I'm trying to. I remember she did something, and I had a mugshot. That was like one of the last posts that I did about Joseline Hernandez fighting. Mugshot Mania. There it is, right there. What year was this? 23. That ain't 3. Well, that is 3 years. Well, I guess that must because she was definitely on that on that date. Hold on, y'all remember this?
I knew she was on something.
Y'all remember this? When she got to fighting backstage at it was a Floyd with Mayweather and John Gotti exhibition fight, and she was fighting everybody. Y'all remember that? This was 2023. This was and she got arrested. She was fighting the men. She was fighting the women.
Joseline been showing her tail, and she talking about she been clean the last 3 years. I thought I would have, like I said, gave her an excuse. Like, how are you? I don't know. It's just the pot calling the kettle black.
Her fight. Oh wait, where's Joseline? I don't see Joseline. That's the boy fight. Yeah, they took the video of her fighting down. But yeah, so yeah, that was about 3 years ago. So that's about right.
And she's been doing the show. I know that's been going on, and she's been exhibiting the same behavior. So it's like, how are you? I don't know. I'm gonna leave that. It just tripped me out because she's like, they still give Stevie a job. They still give you a job. You was beating up everybody on the show. And Mona still gave you a job. And furthermore, Stevie J is the reason why she was on the show, ain't it? Didn't he bring her from the strip club?
Straight from the strip club.
Joseline, I'm gonna take your word on that. 3 years clean, but it's looking a little funny.
Well, I appreciate
All right,
you
Michelle. Nice talking to you. Have a good night. Bye.
You too. Bye. Hold on. We have some more people in the back. Counselor.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, how you doing?
You look beautiful.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Mm-hmm. Todd. You can't be mad at Todd.
You can. Yes, you can.
You can.
Everybody talk about if you pro-black woman, you gonna be on Kandi side. That's what everybody tell me, that I'm not pro-black woman because I could call out the hypocrisy in it. Because she is working. You can't have everything that you want. Like at the end of the day, he is keeping them kids every day. Like, I don't know what to say. Like, let him keep the kids. Yeah, you over here.
Yeah, she set herself up bad. Ain't looking good.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? What actually happened between the two of them?
I heard that there was a situation that may have involved another person, and that Todd was getting like too close emotionally.
Ooh.
And he didn't, and most people were saying, you should just apologize and move on, because Kandi didn't care. Like, Kandi used to, like, they used to have, travel with other women. She used to have women over there staying while she was out of town. She didn't care about that as long as she was a part of it or knew about it. Now, I guess this particular situation, she didn't know about it, but he didn't feel like he needed to apologize, or he didn't feel like he did anything wrong. And I guess he's standing on business, allegedly. Exactly. Thank you, resident therapist. But that's what I heard. I didn't allegedly hear it. That's what I heard.
Exclusive.
We've been talking about this on the Patreon though, so
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, for sure, like, what it is. I don't think Todd got another girlfriend or anything like that, but I do think that he was doing things outside of whatever their agreement was. Like, Kandi's been honest about having somewhat of a non-traditional marriage. You know what I'm saying? And so I guess, there are rules, even if, you're not monogamous with each other. There are rules with who you can, creep with. And so, I mean, it's not even called creeping at this point. You know what I'm saying? And so if he, crossed the boundary, then, it is what it is.
So, and the Brat. Now, I don't know the Brat, but I feel like, just listening to that, watching that video, her wife has some, I heard in her voice, I can almost like she was getting emotional. I think she regrets. I think she truly regrets not, using a black man. Or maybe she thought about it, after the fact, or I don't know. But you didn't hear her voice kind of shaking when she...
Yeah, I did, but I mean, that's her child. So whether she used a black man or white man, like she said, it's my egg. So, I mean, I don't know if that would be a reason to be upset. The baby's here. You love your child. So, I don't know.
Yeah. What else I was gonna ask you about? So the whole, I want to disagree with you about, but don't block me or nothing. The whole, the dark is
colorism,
dark beauty, colorism, all of that. I think you should maybe do a panel or something, and like have dark like myself. It may be because I don't even think that there's a level of colorism from your complexion to someone that's my complexion. You wouldn't know that because you're your complexion. But see, I would know that, just like a white person, they don't know our experience. So I'm just telling you, just based on, it's a whole range, I believe, based on my experience, that there's like a spectrum in our community of hierarchy based on skin. So it's not just, versus like the darks, but I think it's more even, light brown, darker brown, high yellow, all the terms that have been used over the years.
We got issues, child. You're right.
Yeah, we got issues. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Well, I appreciate you calling in, counselor.
Yeah, have a good one.
Always a pleasure, friend.
Yeah. Bye.
All right. Hold on, we got some more people back here. I think all y'all was gonna call in tonight. Hi, Vanessa.
Hey, how you doing,
How you
Michelle?
I'm good.
Look, everybody's complimenting your shirt. I know it's a dress because I always do that. I'm like, Michelle, I like you. Like, no, it's a whole dress.
It's a whole dress, honey.
So it's
Don't make
very
me up.
pretty. And the colors absolutely do compliment. That's why everybody's complimenting you. Because that purple, it works with your skin. It really does. So looking good. And I like the clip with you and my girl Tasha K. That was a nice little pleasant surprise. I can't wait to see that air. Do you know when it's going to air?
I have absolutely no idea, child. I don't know. I just know I did it. I'm anxious to see it myself because again, we talked for like 2 hours. So
what TV she got out of you?
Ain't no telling.
Gave
I
you
am
that
so
good wine, girl. Okay. Anyway,
nervous.
I want to start with Miss Kenya. I watched that when it was like a Saturday, and she was selling, I guess, her things, and nobody was there. It was a little embarrassing, and she had said it was the weather. I guess y'all had some bad weather or something. She was saying that it was a snowstorm, and that's why nobody.
They was talking about it was going to be a snowstorm, but if we had a snowstorm, she wouldn't have been there. She don't live nowhere near there.
And it was really awkward. But she said, this is the one thing that stuck out to me. She said that she was doing it for charity. She said it wasn't like she was trying to hustle up the rent. She said she was doing this whole thing for charity, and she kind of played it off. And I'm like, what charity is this? The Can you gotta pay her rent charity? But that's what
and
she
I
said.
looked it up. It's for women who are struggling with fertility issues or whatever.
That's what she was saying.
But I don't know what he might give $5 to the charity and keep
there
the
you
balance.
go. Because then you can say you gave something.
Money, so.
Yeah, then she could say, I did give to charity, so she could play it off and say she gave something. But that kind of threw me back. I'm like, charity? Girl, you the charity with that rent. But anyway, moving on. Now, where do I want to come? Oh, Kandi. Okay. To me, this is just my observation. Kandi and Todd, I never saw the chemistry. I never saw the chemistry between those.
You don't think it was because Kandi wasn't the type that would have a lot of PDA though. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's just her personality. I mean, I could see that because she does seem like that type, but even then, I never saw like the chemistry between both of them. Like I didn't see it from Todd and I didn't see it from her. It was like they gave me business partner vibes. Like, and I thought maybe it would last because they could connect on the business level. But it was just, I never saw like that love gushy. I just never saw it.
They had something. They was together for 10 years.
That's called business. And like I said, that can make a marriage last. Now, don't get it twisted. And they had the weird freaky deaky type thing. So they had that covered. So I think they lasted long because they did. And you brought it up, and it's true. They did do good business together. And I think Todd really did elevate her a little bit. Now, Kandi had it going on, but we can't shortcut Todd. Todd did have his, she got on Broadway and all that. I definitely see that's Todd.
She got on Broadway. She started executive producing plays and movies, and that type of thing. And that was Todd's lane.
So I think they really did kind of help each other in that business realm. I really see that. Somebody says it's called roommates. See that part. Okay, now I'm gonna do the last thing. It's not popular, but this is about the Brat and Judy. Okay. Now, I think we're giving the Brat really more of a hard time with this because we see black men do this all the time. Come on, look at Nick Cannon. All them kids he done procreated, they was all mixed.
Yeah,
Hell, and Michael Jackson. Come on now. Come on. Hello, somebody.
Okay.
But this is what I would say again with you, Michelle, because that's why I like watching you, because you be fair. You said it's not a problem that they chose to have a white donor. It's just the fact they're not keeping it real. Like, hey, you know what? We're gonna leave it open to whatever. I think maybe it was a little bit, disingenuous. I personally think, and I think you said it earlier, they shouldn't have just said nothing. Because then we all would have knew.
And the baby would have been light skinned with blue eyes or whatever, and we would have known nothing. We just would like, dang, we know they had a sperm donor. Nobody was asking was your sperm donor black or white. You know what I'm saying?
And I give that to you, but I say we too hard. I happen to have worked with the Brat some years ago. So she's a sweetheart. I really like her, but I'm not doing it just because I think she's a great person. I just think that we're hard on them, and I don't think we're hard on black men that do that. I never hear anybody saying anything about that. And when we talk about Michael Jackson, come on now, we know that them kids ain't got no force, nothing black
all the time.
Okay. I don't know. I just think everybody's being hard on them. But that's it.
No, but I only brought it up because, they did the interview and was saying they were receiving threats about it or whatever. So I just added it to the agenda. Like normally I wouldn't even talk about it. But
I do agree. I think they should have just not mentioned that. And I think they would have been okay. So it's unfortunate. It's just the way it is. And then last, let's see, what we say? Super Bowl. Bad Bunny. I thought it was a nice performance. I do wish that there would have been a little bit of English translation in there because I think we would have American.
They had some English. Then they had Rick and Martin. He was singing English, and was the Lady Gaga person?
Yeah, she did. I think Bad Bunny. I think some of his songs. I think he could have maybe one, at least one, but put a little.
He don't even speak English.
Yeah, that's what I heard. Yeah. I just got to critique something and I agree with that one caller. We black people, we are Americans. We've been here for how many generations? Come on. And some of us have been here longer than, like around Native Americans and all of that. So I do agree with him. We should stop comparing ourselves. We are American. However, and as American, I could critique. I wish it was English. There.
To me, it wasn't the greatest Super Bowl ever. There have been so many that my heart was filled with joy to see Beyonce, to see Michael, to see Prince, to see Kendrick, to see like Rihanna. Like there were so many, the Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. Like it was so many over the years. But we have dominated over the years. Now get them one.
Americans dominated?
Well, American, like I'm just saying, rap, hip hop, R&B, like it is. What give them one, let them have it.
You said give them one.
Yeah,
I thought it was beautiful because I like the culture. I really did enjoy that, and I think based on what's going on in the country now, with people getting snatched, very emotional, and I think this
even with all that, we have vowed to like to like be hands off when it comes to that because of they all was voting for Trump. So,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so it's like it's kind of like a
Ugh,
catch-22. Like,
I
yeah,
know.
okay, let them have it, but then at the same time, it's like, okay, like I don't know. We all watched it. Clearly, it got the most
Yeah.
views that any Super Bowl
Yes.
show has ever gotten, simply
Yeah.
because of the controversy.
Yeah.
Which
I think they absolutely picked him for that reason. They took advantage of what's going on in the country, and they're like, "Hey, let's give Bad Bunny." Again, I would have
yeah,
liked,
and everybody saying he's American too, so don't forget that he is American
he
too.
is. He absolutely is.
And
But
America, and we don't have an official language, so Spanish people are in there too.
but I think that's what the issue is. Other than people just being clearly racist, I think
Mhm.
that the other side is like, yeah, but we speak English. That is the dominant language here. And the fact is, if you go to any other country and if that's their language, that's the language that you need to be speaking. Okay. So, I don't want to go down that road, but personally, I did like the performance. I thought it was beautiful as far as the culture. It was very theatrical. I thought it was really beautiful. And I thought it was good because of especially what's going on. And I think after watching that, people that were hurt behind all of that, it could put a little temporary band-aid on there.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how I
definitely.
feel about it.
Definitely.
So to complain about it to me is ridiculous. I think it was beautiful. I personally didn't see anything wrong with it.
And
But if
that's my point. That's why it's like
yeah,
I don't have no feelings, good or bad. Like it wasn't my
no.
favorite one, but
Right.
it wasn't
Me
for
neither.
me.
It was cool. Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm feeling the same way I felt about the Beyoncés and the Michaels and the Princes and the whoever and the Kendricks is the way they felt about Bad Bunny, and I'm not mad at it. So I
Right.
can, I can be
Yeah.
okay.
I agree. I agree. You're always fair, Michelle. That's why I like you, girl. But anyway, thank you, Michelle, and you have a good evening.
Thank you. You too. Thanks, Vanessa. Hold on. We got Brian in the building.
Hey
Hello.
Michelle, how you doing?
Hey, you ain't call me in forever, child. What you doing?
Long time no hear. Do you know I was
Yeah.
sipping some green tea out that mug that you sent to me personally, baby? I was sipping it and I enjoyed it. How you
Okay.
doing?
I'm
Well,
good. Good to hear from you, friend.
yes, ma'am. I wanted to come and I wanted to just give my opinion. People are allowed to have their own thoughts and opinions, but they also have power. Like once they announced Bad Bunny, I said I'm not watching that. If I wanted to watch Telemundo, I would have turned it to Telemundo. I'm not interested. I don't speak Spanish. You're you're not going to make me learn how to speak Spanish. And if you're not going to accommodate me, I don't have to watch that. And I just didn't watch it because I already knew what time it was when I seen him on Saturday Night Live when he introduced what's that girl? What's my girl? Agora Hills. What's that girl name?
I don't even know. I don't even watch
Uh
her now anymore.
yeah, but I mean when he announced her, I was like, this man can't speak English. So why would I watch him perform? Now,
I mean, he's a good performer.
I'm not interested. The only people that I listen to that's Hispanic is Salina, beady, 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 bum, bum.
I
I
mean,
jam.
she was singing his Spanish too.
Well, listen, I just wasn't interested in Bad Bunny. I wasn't gonna be no hater though, because if he's successful, make your money. The America is Hispanic now, and that's just
How
what
you
we
feel
have to.
about Chris Brown saying they needed me?
Well, he's not lying. Okay, he's not lying. I would have took Mario. You could have went to, but baby, it's so many other options. You could have did a
But
Keisha
this wasn't
Cole.
your Super Bowl. This was their Super Bowl. I mean,
Well,
half
okay,
time.
well, look, I didn't watch it. I ain't hating on nobody. I hope the sponsors made their money and did what they had to do. I also wanted to come and I wanted to talk about the Candy and Todd situation. Now,
Okay.
Candy, I just realized you was live, so I'm catching this right now, and I'm gonna go back and do my research. But what it sounds like, okay, now you saying that Todd is wanting full custody, is what you're trying to tell me?
Yes, yeah, he want full custody and he wants support and he want final
So
decision making. Like he wants a joint legal custody, which means they both have legal custody or the ability to make decisions. but he want the final decision making authority.
Mm.
So it's two of them. So if they disagree on what to do,
Yeah,
one
he get
person
the final
can say,
say.
yeah.
Well, first of all, I don't see Kandi allowing that. Kandi got the most money out of both of them. Okay, she's a powerhouse. That is true that she won awards and they were a great couple. And I wish
I
that they
don't know how
can.
much money Kandi got now.
Well, listen, I googled it and some said some allegedly 40 million. I don't know nothing if that's for true or not. I ain't
Well,
counting that
it
woman
said I got
pockets.
20. So I'm next.
Listen, I jammed 5 of her songs in just one of my playlists, okay, alone. So that girl is doing. So I ain't mad at Kandi, and shout out to Kandi. And I ain't mad at Todd because Todd is brilliant. He did elevate her spinoffs, different, spinoffs and other opportunities she had with the network. And it was just a broader reach for her with that relationship. But one thing about it is when you introduce people allegedly into, I don't know if this is what it is or not, but I'm just saying, when you introduce people into your situation, feelings can leave you because
Yeah.
people don't stay in love forever. Oh my God, cookies and roses, 50 years. No, people have wondering eyes. And when you introduce things like that into the
And you can't
relationship,
unring the bell. It's like once
yeah,
it's done, it's done, right?
people fall out of love every single day. I wish life was perfect, but if they can do it peacefully, okay, leave each other alone, handle y'all business. And they were connected in a lot of business, man. Just think about all them plays and movies and just things that they was doing as a powerhouse. They was a fucking powerhouse. But he reaped her benefits from her last name and the work that she already did for 20 some odd years.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, just think about it. Anybody that's unknown, and then you hooked up with Kandi Burruss, bye alone, in sync, powerhouse.
Okay,
Okay,
listen. Kandi
TLC,
was
no scrubs.
okay. I get it.
I'm
She's a
sorry.
great songwriter. But when
Well,
she
I'm sorry.
came
Let
to
me calm down.
Housewives, didn't nobody know her like that.
Who, Kandi?
Yeah, y'all
Baby, but
did.
she let it be known. She
Oh,
let it.
I'm saying. So I feel like her time on the Housewives is what catapulted her notoriety, her
No,
publicity.
ma'am. I have to disagree because them Grammys and and them chart toppings when that song came out and
Uh-huh.
worldwide number ones in multiple countries at the same time,
Uh-huh.
baby, that solidified her just alone with TLC and Destiny Child. Beyond, okay, can we go on? So yeah, she
Well,
is a brilliant
don't say.
songwriter.
It's a lot of people now don't even know who TLC is. I do,
Baby, don't do
but
TLC,
you know
baby.
what I'm saying?
Don't
Like
do it.
there's like music is cyclical. Like there are some people like some music is historic and people can name it automatically, but some people like I don't know. I just talk to a
Don't do
lot of the younger
TLC, baby.
people out
TLC
there.
is a
I'm a
testament.
YouTuber, and
I'm
some
sorry.
people don't even know like that music. That's all I'm saying. So
Well, because
I'm not
music sucks
trying to
now.
deny the Candy's impact. I'm just saying
Yeah.
in
Music
general.
sucks now, Michelle. It
Yeah.
sucks. I mean, I listen to 90s. Okay, give me He Wasn't Man Enough for Me over any of this R&B right now. I'll jam that.
I
I'll
agree.
jam.
I agree with
Okay,
that.
so it just is what it is. But I just wanted to come up here and just say thank you so much for that mug. And it's good to see you. And can you tell Nene that I'm gonna try to not be homeless and scrape the last out of my savings to come and see her? Oh
Oh,
my
you going to
God,
see her in
Lanithia.
Carolina? Okay.
Baby, baby, tell my
What city
Sagittarius to
you in?
Sagittarius, baby.
Yeah.
Sagittarius to Sagittarius. Tell her, baby, come on back, baby. And I'm glad she's on that. I do have Peacock. I'm waiting. I'm anticipating. And baby,
We all gonna watch that episode or two that she on.
well, I hope it's 3 or 4, baby. Don't do
Okay.
Miss Leaks at all.
I hope
Don't
so
do
too.
Lanithia, baby.
Well, I'm
Baby, I'm
saying
a
they only gonna spend so much time on Atlanta. I'm just
baby.
saying.
And I was up here watching season 6 the other day while I was at work, season 6 reunion. And what
Uh-huh.
Nene say, baby? When Kenya said the moose is talking, she said, yes, she is. I said, okay, baby. I said, okay, baby, don't do Nene at all. I'm going to forever ride for Miss Nene Leaks, baby. Sagittarius, straight on from Sagittarius. Okay, so
Yeah.
thank you so much. You have a beautiful night, baby. Good day.
Thank you. You do the same, Brian. Hold on, we got Ronnie in the back. Hello.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I'm just trying to remember correctly. Something sticks with me. I haven't watched Atlanta for quite a few seasons. However, I do recall that uh, Todd really kind of had to talk Kandi into having other children. It didn't
Ooh.
seem like Kandi really wanted to have more children, especially the daughter. So, am I wrong about that? Am I
Thought it was
not
the other way
remembering
around. I
this?
can't remember. I thought it was the other way around that Candy wanted the kid, and I don't know.
Especially the daughter, because she didn't even carry the daughter because she was doing the plays during the daughter time, and even when they had the party for the daughter when she came home, she didn't even like thank the surrogate or anything. She seemed
Mm.
really detached with the daughter. So I think that there's something to look at. I don't even think that. I think it was his idea to have more children. Is what
They
I'm
saying
saying.
it was the other way around in the chat.
Was it? Okay, so like I say, I haven't watched it wrong. I was trying to recall how it went down, so I could be wrong. But thank you for uh cueing me in on how I was wrong about that.
Oh, no. You might be right. Some people say you're right. Some people say you're wrong. I can't remember.
Okay.
They saying
Okay.
Candy said she wanted 2 kids. That's what Paula said.
But she has three.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
All right, Michelle. It's nice talking to you.
So what do you think about their divorce? What do you think about them getting divorced? Are you surprised? Do you think that
No,
this was coming anyway?
no, I'm not surprised. Like you get what your hand calls for. I mean, if you want to have a open relationship, you're opening your relationship up to failure.
Hmm.
It's hard enough to have a relationship when you are committed 100% to each other. So, um, I thought that that's another thing. You said that the situation with Todd seemed to be getting blurred, but I thought that the other chick who was in the last videos, I thought that Kandi was kind of, snacking on her more than Todd, and she wanted that other chick. What was her name?
Batum.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
I thought that was the breaking point.
Yeah, that might have. Well, I mean, they both wished her a happy birthday last month, so I don't know.
So they're still squabbling over a tune.
I guess so. And she was still traveling with both of her. I don't know what's going on over there.
Jesus, it's a
That's
bit much,
above my
but
pay grade. I'm not. I don't know nothing about the polyamory or whatever it is. I don't know nothing about that.
yeah, to each his own. So I
Mhm.
really wasn't surprised about it, and it's kind of odd for me to hear Riley talk about it, even though Riley is an adult. But for her daughter to have to come into that realization that this is what your mother is doing, I guess it's good to have adult conversations with young adults. But even her daughter seems kind of like still kind of about
Yeah.
her being so
It's
vocal.
gotta be, and I hate to bring up old crap, but it's gotta be kind of embarrassing because remember how young Riley was, and people like Wendy Williams was even saying stuff like Candy is nasty and disgusting, and it is like all the stuff that was going on with Candy, and I get it, you trying to turn negative into positive, like all the rumors about her sleeping around or whatever. It's like, okay, I'm gonna be sex positive, but the kids was suffering at that time. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I concur. I definitely agree with you. And then the Portia William thing about the dungeon and all of that, and she was just like so insulted. And then she comes back the very next season with an actual dungeon and the whole toy line. I was just like, girl, bye.
yep, yep.
Anyway,
So to me, she gave away her power. Like there was no way she could say that, the rumor hurt her financially. They didn't defame her or do anything about it because she made money off of the rumor. She toured,
ex-
she did all kind of things. So, you know,
and
so
she
she
had
lost her
like,
leverage. That's why Bravo was able to lowball her, and she was gone after that.
yeah. So thanks for chit chatting with me, Enjoy
Thank
your
you.
show.
I
All
appreciate
right.
you,
Bye
mama.
bye.
Bye. Hold on, Perry, call back. Perry, you calling back, girl? Child, I'm sorry.
But Michelle, I needed to call back really quick because I needed to be more specific on my last statement regarding Bad Bunny. Listen, I want to make it clear. I don't have an issue. I don't have an issue. I supported the performance of Bad Bunny performing. And I know he's American, but Puerto Rico, it's still a Latin American country. It's a Latin American territory.
That's why,
And,
you know, it was
and I'm saying, right.
Trump
And so what
treated
I
it
was
like
saying, right. They primarily speak Spanish. And so I was just saying it's not fair to compare when in state people want to keep bringing up, oh, black people get to perform, black people got to perform, but that wasn't the issue because English is our first language. So it was a language barrier issue. So I'm just saying you can't really compare the two situations. That's all I was saying.
Okay.
That's all I wanted to add. All right, y'all. Good night.
Appreciate it. Good night. Well, you guys, I took all the calls. Okay. I appreciate everyone for calling in. I love it when y'all call in. I love talking to y'all because I know I be coming on late and some of y'all be asleep. And that's okay. Maybe one day I'll come on early. Blame my biological clock. It's 1:11 a.m. in the ATL. Okay, I'm not should I go live on Patreon? I might save my Patreon for tomorrow afternoon. I'm not doing that tomorrow afternoon. I gotta get my hair done though. I don't think I'm gonna do anything. So yeah, I think I'm gonna save that. But in the meantime,
go to sleep. It's late in Atlanta. Good night.
It is late in Atlanta. Go to sleep wherever you are. I appreciate everyone for tuning in tonight. If you're just getting here, please watch the replay. I will put the timestamps in, within the next hour or so when I feel like it. But we talked about a lot of things. We talked about Kandi and Todd divorce. We talked about new court documents that Todd filed. We talked about Kenya's court order. We talked about the Brat saying that she is getting pow threats. We talked about the Super Bowl a little bit. We talked about what else we talked about? Oh, JT and colorism. And we talked about T.I. saying that this is his final album. All I know is that one song is hot, honey. I don't know what the whole album gonna be, but it better be good. Okay. Meanwhile, like this video, I will see you guys in the next video. Good night, squad.